Hey guys, this is our 2023 trip to London. We stayed at the Marriott Hotel. Here's a little video of our room. The room was really nice, very spacious, great location, nice service. The only negative thing I have to say about the hotel is it's right next to the London Eye, so there are always people outside talking, and it can be a little distracting if you're hanging out inside your room. But it wasn't really that big of a deal because for the most part we were outside of our room. And that building right there is where our hotel was. We walked around Camden Market. This location, there was a bunch of places to eat, a bunch of different shops. It's a really nice place to walk around. If you enjoy eating a bunch of different types of food, there were so many options for food here, so many different shops. It's a really good place to pick up gifts if you need to pick up gifts for your family and friends. That's what we did, and got some souvenirs for ourselves. We walked around here for at least a few hours, ate way too much. It was kind of a long train ride from where we're staying. It was about 30 to 40 minutes. And as we were walking around, we kind of just stumbled upon this Back to the Future exhibit that was going on right now. And I got to sit inside this DeLorean. If you know anything about me, I'm a huge fan of Back to the Future. So this was very cool for me to experience. After that, we ended up grabbing some dinner a little closer to our hotel at a restaurant called Flatiron. They had really good steak. We had a few cocktails too. The cocktails were really good and the service was great. I highly recommend it. And this is our walk on our way back to our hotel. The restaurant was just on the other side of the water. The following morning we walked around Little Venice and stumbled upon this restaurant. The food was really good. I got a full English. I had the full Irish in Ireland, so I had to try the full English over here. Little Venice was okay. We only walked around there for a few minutes. It was pretty early in the morning, so it was pretty dead. I don't know if it gets more lively later in the day, but we left and just started walking around. While we were walking around, we decided to make our way over to Buckingham Palace. We went in February and I was expecting it to be super cold, but I ended up having to take off my jacket from all the walking around and the sun being out. So the weather was pretty nice. If you're thinking about taking a trip to London, I would suggest bring some comfortable shoes. We walked around everywhere. The city's pretty walkable, and especially with the train, it'll take you pretty much anywhere. And we walked so much. I want to say we walked more than when we went to New York, but every day it was at least a 10-mile walk for the whole day. After all the walking, we decided to stop in somewhere and grab a drink before we made our way back to the hotel. So we stopped right here at Sherlock Holmes, got a few drinks. After we had those drinks, we went back to our hotel to get ready for dinner. It was Valentine's Day, so we went to Bread Street Kitchen. I'm also a huge Gordon Ramsay fan, so of course we had to get the beef Wellington. The food was amazing, service was great, we had a great time. It was a little expensive, but it was Valentine's Day, so I understand. The following day we did a Harry Potter studio tour. It was a little far from where we were staying. It took a little over an hour to get there, but it was 100% worth it. The tour was amazing. Me and my wife both grew up watching Harry Potter, so it was really nice to see the set, the costumes, and they do a really good job making it a nice experience for the guests who come and visit. If you guys are planning a trip to London and you guys are Harry Potter fans, I highly suggest coming out here. It's worth it. It can take a whole day just because it's far from the city and the tour does take a while, but if you have the day to afford to spend walking around the studio, I would highly suggest taking that opportunity because it's really cool. We spent about 3 hours walking around the studio. and then it was about an hour to get back to the city, but it was totally worth it. It was a long day, but we got to see some amazing stuff. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking for a bit and let you guys enjoy some of the clips from the studio. The following day we went to the Westminster Abbey, did a tour of the inside. It's a beautiful church, lots of history. After that we walked around Chinatown. It was around the time of Lunar New Year, so it was pretty festive. It was really cool, good food. I love Chinese food, so it was pretty nice. My wife really wanted to do tea while we were in London, so we found this place on Instagram. It was pretty expensive, it was really nice, but the service was kind of shitty, and it was a little too pretentious for us. After tea, we did probably one of the most touristy things you could do while you're in London, and we hopped on one of those tour buses. By the time we got tickets for the tour bus, we ended up actually going to a bunch of the places they already take you to. But it was kind of nice just to relax and be driven around and sightsee from the comfort of a bus. We hopped off to check out the Tower Bridge. But it was actually really nice just being driven around. Here's just some clips from our view from inside the bus. For your next trip to London, I suggest taking the train everywhere. It was really easy to maneuver. They take Apple Pay, Google Pay, so it's really easy to tap your phone, get on the train, and tap to get off. I had no issues taking the train, and I felt very safe and very comfortable taking the train. If you do decide to take the train while you're in London, don't forget to mind the gap between the train and the platform. Thank you guys so much for watching our video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was informative for you guys if you guys are planning a trip to London. Right now we're on our way to Paris. We took the Eurostar there. We're taking it directly to Disney Paris. So keep an eye out for that video. Please like, follow, and subscribe. Thanks.